Oh,
Mark, can you hear any of us?
is it just me you can't hear?
I came through Twitch. No, Scott is not coming through Twitch.
Why am I not coming through? Am I coming through Twitch now? Hello, check
Yes.
1, 2. Oh,
Yes, there it is.
so I've been talking for no reason. Great. That was a nice
warm-up.
long
That was a
intro,
practice.
and I'm not going to remember anything I just said. So,
Okay.
I didn't miss anything, right?
all right.
just
We
started,
talked
right,
about
everyone?
many things. We followed a Modron named Rome. He talked about the Million Modron March. We're headed to the base of the Spire to a town called Dodecahedron or something. We passed
Dendradis.
Dendradis. We passed a grove that had a named Medusa that's named in the Deck of Many Things. Her partner may be searching for the Deck of Many Things that we have. That's about all he said, but I said it quicker.
Right. And while you were with Urali, you did notice that or she did tell you that this deck that you are gathering is considered currently broken. It is functioning in a way that the deck is not meant to function. And the powers you are able to tap into in the individual cards are not how they were intended to be used as a deck. So something has caused this deck to break. And as you guys are gathering more pieces of it, you also kind of have been thinking about this as part of your investigations. Every time someone has activated one of these card powers, you all have felt it. So this may be somehow tied to how you guys got here and why you're here. Because if it's broken and you're displaced out of time and space and the multiverse, maybe there's some sort of connection in that regard as well.
Quinn's doing Arcana check to see what the heck that means.
Well, actually, Quinn and Lorelei are currently glitching. As you guys are now back in your moving fortress, Quinn and Lorelei are glitching in and out of existence, changing their appearances slightly as they glitch back and forth, which is something that has randomly happened over time to several of you throughout the campaign. As you're, as a matter of fact, Calistric, as you're walking through the walking fortress, you're walking past one of the gardens and it immediately glitches and shifts to a library. And stepping out of the library is an old man, an old tiefling who you recognize as Gil is no longer in his druidic form that he has been in recently. You see the old man back again.
It's good
Hello.
to see you, friend.
Yes, of course. It is, yes. You've cut your hair.
Done a little bit of grooming. You see, I found myself in a rather foul mood this morning when I discovered I seemingly forgot, which is unlike me, to upcast my shrouding spell. It was not in effect, and my days of streaks of keeping that spell in effect have ended, so I have to start from zero, but aside from that, I'm glad we're making progress.
I am sorry I do not understand, but good for you.
That's okay,
Do you
I'll
feel
just...
like meditation may help?
An echo chamber could be nice.
Yes, we will have meditation at the same time as always, and I hope to see you there.
Certainly. Let me just go get Quinn.
Quinn is busy. He is in and out, as it were.
I understand.
Perhaps you can help me. I was hoping for Quinn, but you know, this deck, this broken deck that we are in possession. And Uriel says that there is some possibility that our existence in this place could be related to this broken deck. This makes my brain hurt. I don't quite understand. Do you know what she means?
Have a few theories. Nothing solid yet. Obviously, we're all a little loose in the head, as it were, but I can give you some of my ideas if it would bring you comfort.
Please expound.
Well, we find ourselves broken of mind and stumbling our way through who we once maybe were, in a world that seems to be broken, with a scattered deck, and a strange Modron leading us on. One of my leading theories is that maybe we are the ones who broke the deck of some variety, whether we pulled a strange card, trusted the wrong weird, freaky goblin, or, hit it really hard. We
What do you
most
think
likely did something.
Yes, I do not understand what this broken means. How can a deck be broken? Just because it is not whole? It is
Well,
missing pieces?
Technically speaking, to break a deck is a term used in gambling houses when there's a different kind of break. I don't know. It's a magical artifact. Tampering with it may not break it, as it were, but it could alter its nature, change its fundamentals, stretch things in ways they aren't supposed to. You know when you bend your arm backwards, but it won't go all the way?
That
It's
hurts.
like we did that with the cards, maybe, and then it broke.
Vora's gonna walk in and go, "Oh, yes, that happened to me once. It took so long to heal. How are we this morning? Are we gonna meditate, Cal?"
Same time as always, of course.
Oh,
Of course.
Gil, did you cut your hair?
Yes, actually.
It looks
He grew
great.
horns. I mean,
Yeah,
oh, you've
I've
always
always
had
had
horns.
these,
What
yes.
do I...
you do you.
I always do me.
As
So-
you are making daily preparations and whatnot, you are traveling across land headed towards the Spire for the first time since you have started on this journey. You have been kind of doing a circuitous route around the gate towns of the Outlands, and now you are actually headed towards the center, towards the Spire. And up above, you see the odd-shaped, spherical shape of the city of Sigil up above as you are headed towards the Spire. But as you get closer to the Spire, you see that at the base of the Spire, there is a village of sorts. It is very oddly, the architecture around is very strange. It is almost crystalline in nature. It looks very mechanical, not like a mechanist mechanical, but like mathematically placed so that things that look like they shouldn't support structure do in ways that are like the perfect shapes and distances and whatnot in crystalline form. So it's a very strange looking. It's like a crystal city almost, and it is very odd looking to the eyes. And it butts right up against the Spire itself, and right behind the city, the visage of the city, you see there's kind of like a rift in the Spire itself. And there is this humongous entity that looks like it has been placed in this cutout of the Spire, almost as if the Spire is eating this giant thing. Like it is absorbing it somehow.
Wow. Have we been this close to the Spire?
No,
So this is the
because when
first
you
time we're
first popped
looking at
out, you popped out very, very far away out in the Outlands.
What does the
Mhm.
spire seem to be made of? Is it stone? Is it something alive?
It definitely looks like it's more stone, but it's got like right where this city is and where this rift is, there's lots of crystalline um, growths around,
Mhm.
um, which is quite beautiful to look at, but also very alien and strange.
Okay. And the structure of the spire is kind of climbing up and absorbing this huge figure that's in the empty hole.
Right.
Okay.
Does this look like it is a normal occurrence? Does it look stable, or does it look kind of like this is a line of defense against something?
Well, I think the best way to answer that question is just to share this image
Great.
and let you decide what it looks and feels like.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
There's something
That's cool.
scratched in there.
What the frick?
almost looks like a city, kind of weirdly.
Yes, for scale, like those are buildings. Those are like tall crystalline buildings
Do we know what that big
with
symbol
walkways and
is?
stuff.
The big symbol on top of the central tower?
You can make me any kind of check you would like to try to figure that out.
Are you guys standing there with
I
me?
figured.
Yes.
Yeah. What is that symbol there? Does anyone recognize it?
Let's see, shall we?
Does Vora recognize it?
Make me whatever kind of check you would like.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
to do an Arcana check.
I'm gonna do an acrobatics. No, I'm kidding.
That was a shit roll. Oh, wait, I haven't rolled my portent dice.
I'm gonna roll. No, would insight be okay?
Well, 19.
Seems to make.
Whatever you roll, I will give you an answer based on what you choose to roll,
17.
As-
16
as-
history.
as it's properly appropriate. All right. So what was yours, Gil? What was your first one?
17 Arcana.
Okay. So with a 17 Arcana, you don't recognize that symbol directly as like an arcane symbol, but you do know that it has elements of symbols that you have seen before that represent neutrality.
Okay.
And a soul with your 19, you would have a very similar arcana feel to it. It's not a specific, it's not like an arcane symbol, but some of the symbology lends itself to neutrality. Calistric, you have no clue what that symbol is. You've never seen anything like it before. History check, Kalen. Yeah, you would also set elements of that symbol remind you of certain civilizations from your land that are more neutral and less chaotic in nature in the Feywild. So there's some kind of ties to that symbology that makes you think of neutrality over the typical what is more typically known in your world as normal would be slightly chaotic bent.
Right. So
So
if the spire's at the center and we're thinking law and chaos is left and right and good and evil is up and down, this would be the point in the center that balances them all.
potentially.
Yeah.
And
Is
you are
the-
far enough away, like this is grand scale.
Mm-hmm.
So you are far enough away, like you're not even in the village when you see this. This is like behind the village on the spire itself.
And you said it appears as though that it's like eating or swallowing or feeding. Is it physically moving?
It's not physically moving, but as you spend time and like looking at it, you can tell that whatever this creature inside is it is dormant. It's completely dormant. There's no moving whatsoever, but it looks like it's being partially absorbed by the spire itself.
Okay.
Vora rolled a 14 insight. What does she know?
From an insight check, you would know that the um, the placement of a symbol like that is usually meant to be like a beacon. It reads to you like a beacon of sorts. You're not necessarily sure what it means, but you would know that the use of a symbol in that manner, displayed that prominently, is typically used to proudly state something.
Okay. Well, they sure are proud of being whatever they are.
Neutral.
They are beautiful. I could meditate upon the form, the perfection.
Boring. Let's go.
Okay.
Is there any way up? Is it high off the ground? Is that city, or is it?
Oh, this is well off the ground. It's up above the city itself. So you have a whole village
Okay.
between you and the spire.
So I guess we have to get up there first.
Shall we
Uh,
visit?
in the time that we have between actually getting there, I'd like to go to the library and see if there's any books on this being.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Nice. So you don't necessarily have like on your way here you would have done this investigation about going here, not necessarily this being. Or are you taking the time now?
I want to go ask the mummy who can point to books.
Right. But I'm saying, are you specifically wanting to know about this being?
This
Or-
being, this
or
town in
this-
general.
Okay. So you would learn about Dendradis as a town. This is a community made up of the Rilmani. The Rilmani are a group of celestial constructs that are the keepers of the neutrality of the universe.
Noted. Construct City, Keepers of Neutrality.
Romani spelled just like the racist term.
Rilmani.
Okay, so now.
Rilmani.
Real money, not
Not real
Romani.
money.
Correct. Correct. And you would have actually with that 21, you would have also, let me find ooh.
Vora, I feel we are going to lose our bastion soon if we leave it here to go up to Sigil.
Probably. Do you want to meditate first?
Perhaps it would make me center once again.
So sharing some images with you, there is 3 different types of Romani. So this is the first one. Do you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Those are and I'm showing you from like upper class down to lower class in terms of their caste system.
All right, sir.
Then there's another,
Ooh, danger, danger.
and there's another.
Ooh.
I don't want to piss them off.
Yeah, no.
Indeed.
As far as like reading up on them, the best kind of pop cultural reference is what's the race of creatures that made the clones in Star
Caminoans.
Star
Wars?
Wars.
Oh, on Camino?
Caminoans.
Yeah.
Think of them as Caminoans in terms of their demeanor and their personality and their elongated look and all of that.
God, I'm a fucking nerd.
Hey, we all knew what it was.
Yep. I just couldn't pull up the name. I couldn't remember Camino. So, anyhow,
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a
so
question.
I think we need to
the
move forward.
Does the imprisoned creature, or the what looks like it's being eaten, the one inside, does it resemble them?
it does not.
Okay.
and there's nothing in Asol learned about that giant creature, correct?
He didn't learn anything specifically about the creature per se, because there was nothing to be found about that creature in the
It looks
library
very,
that you
very
had.
old. Perhaps before this city was built. Now, so it looks like it goes in caste system: iron, copper, gold, according to the names that we saw.
Correct.
Okay. Well, shall we draw near and enter this place?
It is a
Yes.
gated city, so you do have several gate options as entrances. They all look roughly the same, and they all do appear to be guarded.
Fine by me.
Is
Do
there
we
one
want
gate
to
that
travel on foot?
I'm sure they wouldn't mind the tower getting a little close.
What is our other option? To ride the horses? Don't we have stables now?
we have a camel and 2 donkeys?
Ride the camels?
No horses. One animal,
0 horses.
2 donkeys.
And 2 of us are Goliaths, so that's probably not
Yep.
going to work.
Sala, I said no camels.
My only fear is that this is a obviously Gith in nature. This tower, and I don't think Gith are very known to be neutral beings.
Why do you think it is geese?
Well, the walking tower you're in is
Yeah,
They
is a
might,
Gith con.
Oh.
they
Oh,
might
that's what I
perceive
mean.
us as a threat, given it's a Gith.
that is
Structure.
my fear.
I understand.
I think we should walk.
Sure. These old bones could use a little movement.
It would be so good for you.
I'm going to ride the broom.
I will cartwheel.
So
Yes,
we're
perhaps rolling in tumbling fashion would be the proper accessibility.
okay, so we leave the
We go.
animals.
Okay. So you're
Do
walking
we
up.
bring our army, or do we have an army now,
Yeah.
or do we leave them to defend the bastion?
I think we should leave them to defend right now because we don't want to appear threatening. We don't want to.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Be
we're
certain-
already wanted by the people that are probably, right above us.
Yeah.
I tell them, be certain to train hard, and then focus your abilities. And when you are finished, meditate as always. Especially you halflings. You don't seem to meditate nearly enough.
You see the halflings just like close their eyes and take postures, but they're like snickering under their breaths, and
Pulling out
Like-
cigars and
they're making
Pipes.
fun of the concept of meditation.
The Dragonborn are just smacking them on the heads, going, "Stop it!"
Right. So you approach the gate. There are two of the Faramok Rilmani there standing at the gate. The gate is shut, and they pay you no mind as you walk towards them until you get within like 15 feet, and they just simply stand in front of the gate and they bar your passage. No entrance to Dendradis without a guide.
Oh, hello. Hi. Could you tell us where to find one?
I'm a guide.
He is a guide.
You are not Rilmani. And all of this, by the way, is happening in your heads, in your native language.
You didn't specify that we needed a Rilmani guide. You just said we needed a guide.
Entrance to Dendradis is required for you to have be accompanied by a Rilmani at all times.
You want to come
Would
with
you like
us?
to accompany us? Great minds!
We are guards. We do not accompany people inside the city. We stop people from entering.
Where would a nice group of folk like us find a Rilmani who wants to be our guide?
So as you say that, there are several other Rilmani around. One of them pops up and says, she's looking at a piece of paper and looking at you all
Uh-oh.
and says, are you here seeking the Modron named Rome?
Yes.
You with the long ears. You're Kalen.
Yes.
Looks down at the paper. And you. It looks like he's really searching the piece of paper. Oh. So hold on, and writes a note. Looks like he's making a note on a piece of paper. Says, you, the old man, you are Gil.
I wouldn't say old.
I would.
Well, you were, it says here you were a young man, and now you're an old man.
Well,
Isn't that the
Yes.
way?
That's how age works.
supposedly.
Where are the others? I don't see the kinder.
He's
Having a rest.
on a snack break.
He had a sad tummy, so we left him at home.
Well, technically, they would be with you. They're just glitching in and out.
Mm-hmm.
They're right here.
Here, and then here, and then here, and then
Right.
here.
I see. That is very odd. And you see a very concerned look on his face. And then he looks back down at the piece of paper and says, but that makes sense. I was given your information that you might know the whereabouts of this Modron named Rome.
Hmm.
Gosh, we
yes,
wish we did.
have.
We have reason to believe he's in there.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can vouch for you, and we can go find out, because I need to find him.
Why
Why?
do you need to find him?
Need to find him.
I'm gonna regret asking that.
Well, he's wanted for questioning.
How do you know
who?
us?
I was given this information that you were also looking for the same Rogue Modron that I was.
Who gave you the information?
She did, and points to the holy symbol on a soul's forehead.
Oh no.
Damn.
Aesol, you've been a girl this whole time? And why did you tell this thing about us?
Galen misgendered a soul the whole time.
Oh, God.
Plot twist.
No one ever asked.
I've seen you shit many times. You are not a girl.
Girls poop.
She asked you personally, or
She sent this information.
just to you, or
I don't know if it went to anyone else. I'm just to find Rome.
Hmm.
yes?
We accept your patronage. Please guide us.
Well, excellent.
And
And,
answer this, my friend's questions. This Asol, who is not a woman.
what question?
Asol, you are struggling to ask a question. Please ask it.
I'm simply just concerned that she is involving herself personally with such a matter.
Yes, so are we.
One does not really question the Lady of Pain.
No one does not.
No one does not, or no one does not? Because one implies a very different thing than the other, Asol.
You said the same words.
No, see, I said no one does not, and no one does not. It's very different.
It depends
I
where the
keep
comma
hearing the
falls.
same words.
You just said the same thing twice and said they're different.
No,
Are you
see?
okay?
There is
No
a
one
implied
does-
comma
Yes, exactly.
in one
No
of them,
one
at least.
does not, and no one does not.
Let us sit
Yes.
down and think. We shall meditate upon the comma and the
I
importance
think we
of
need
that.
to get a move on.
Yes, I think we should go.
Badly.
What do you call yourself, my new friend?
Acetylus.
Acetylus. Is there a comma in that?
Acetelis. Acetylus.
And Acetylus, did the Lady of Pain directly speak with you?
That's not really how she works. This information just came from her.
And it went to you. And why to you?
I
Or
think
you-
it may have went to all of them.
Ah,
Well, I guess she believes I can find Rome.
I look at Kalen and Vora and Asol and Gil. Does this seem like more of this predetermination we spoke of?
Maybe. It could be more of Rom predictions, or it could be genuinely the Lady of Pain trying to stop or catch up to Rom just as we are. Who knows?
What if we
Maybe.
walk away? Do we break the cycle?
My worry behind that thought process is what if Rom is trying to break the cycle and we just don't know it?
I'd like to figure out who I am.
And
That's
it
what
seems chasing Rom is helping us in that course.
I
Why are you
would-
calling him Rom?
I don't know. I just like it better, I guess.
You can't just change
R04
something's name without its consent.
Well, you
We've
could
never
give
spoken
a
to it.
nickname.
It's spelled ROAM.
No, it is R04M.
That's correct.
So it's up to
I know.
interpretation.
I guess I could call him. I couldn't think of anything funny.
Zero form?
Yeah.
I think we should start by maybe going and asking all the other gates if they have seen this creature.
Why aren't we just
These
going
are-
into town?
Right, Acetylus, where should we go? What should we do? You know this
I
better. You're our guide.
I
Guide
I
us.
I can tell you where things are in town. That's not a problem. I have no idea where Rome is, so I was hoping you guys would be able to figure that out.
Do you have any important locations of either historical or governmental or magical value in this town?
Well, there's the Spire.
That's probably where Rom is.
Is
Rome.
there a way up to
Rome.
Sigil
Mother.
from here? Is there a staircase or way of transporting up to Sigil from here?
I would not want to go up that staircase. Wow.
I didn't do well on the last one, and I was young then.
I believe the only way to get to Sigil is through a gate.
Okay.
We do have gates to many places here in town.
We will have many questions for you, Acetalus. Number 1, what is that giant creature trapped in the stone?
It is a long dead god. It is being consumed back into the force of the universe.
The Spire has that power.
The lady has that power.
I meant lady. What does that symbol mean?
Oh, that is the symbol of true neutrality. Balance in all things.
I believe this is the case. Now, my second question is this. What do you propose to do with this R04M, should you find it?
Man, you are asking questions you don't want the answer to.
We need that answer. We really need that answer. If it's like instantly destroy or send to the lady, that's not what we want.
That's why we're here.
She says, as I said earlier, the Modron Rome is wanted for questioning.
Just for questioning.
Are you doing the questioning, or are we bringing him somewhere?
Oh, I won't do the questioning. I imagine that'll be something the lady wants to do.
Did the lady?
The lady.
I said we did not want the answer.
Hey, Sol,
I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah.
I think
so-
I understand now.
I do not want this answer, but I ask you anyway. Should the lady want to speak with R04M, what does that mean for us and our ability to find answers?
The only thing we can hope is that she is looking for Rome and not us. If she is looking for Rome as a way to get to us, we are screwed.
What does this screw
I mean, she's only
mean?
eating a dead god. It can't be that powerful.
Maybe she's
That's
full.
what she does passively.
Just a mid-evening snack, as it were, apparently.
Just a constant, no thought required activity.
Like
Like
farting.
breathing. Or farting.
Not
How-
inspired.
How big is your city?
I thought you were going to ask how big can you fart. But the city is better.
I can fart pretty big.
This village here, it's not too big. You see that there's probably 4 different gates that enter the town as it's butted up against the spire. So, a few square miles.
Can you, guide, give us a full tour of the city? I want to see every inch of it.
That seems
just want-
excessive and not necessarily efficient for tracking down Rome.
take us to the key parts first, but we just need to walk through the city.
Okay.
Or if you have machinery or horses, would also be helpful.
Well, I could also do one other thing.
Are you about to say cast locate creature like I'm gonna do?
Yes.
Because that's my plan and walk through the city.
I see we're on the same page. I could also, at the same time, cast locate object, see if we can catch anything he has on him. If it has a longer range.
We know he has one of the lapis keys.
Okay.
You
Or
do
at
know
least
that.
had one at one point.
You do know that.
Locate creature is within 100 or is within 1,000 feet.
Oops. I didn't do what I wanted it to. Locate object is within
I want to say 1 mile.
action self-described 1,000 feet, same distance.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna use locate creature.
Mhm.
Is that instantaneous or is that something you can keep up?
That's an hour-long concentration.
Okay. So you're wanting to walk the whole city and see if he's within 1,000 feet of you at any point in time.
Correct.
Got it. So while you are walking for this hour, what else is everybody doing?
Reading.
Probably peppering this guy with questions. Or this woman, Acetylus. So what? Female-ish, right? That's the vibe we're getting.
Correct.
Are there temples here in this village of Dendradis?
No, we have no need for such.
But you are celestial. Have you no need to worship the gods who created you?
We worship a belief system.
Interesting. Do you have...
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you have ways to prove yourselves worthy?
By being neutral in all things, in all ways.
Are there other qualities that you individually could aspire toward? Other than simply to be?
The greatest aspiration we have is to turn the universe towards neutrality in all ways at all times.
And how does this relate to the Lady of Pain?
Anybody else feel that? I think the Feywild just threw up.
In your mouth.
In my mouth.
How do you relate to the Lady of Pain, who is, I think, not neutral?
Use the essence of neutrality.
Is she then? I look to Aesol.
She brings balance to all.
I did
she
not
keeps things
realize.
in balance at all times.
Huh. This is intriguing. I had the feeling she was other than neutral.
Yeah, given her name, it seemed like maybe neutrality wasn't her thing.
I think she's the linchpin of neutrality in the entire multiverse.
I think that pain is a natural occurring thing.
Pain is not good or evil.
Exactly.
It's just pain.
Now, I have a quick question. Acetylus, right?
That's correct.
How much coin do you currently have on you?
I don't think any. Let's see. I have no need of such.
Okay. Never mind. Is there anyone here that would have a lot of coin on them?
I would.
as far as valuables go, the crystalline structures are worth lots of coinage in some environments. We use it for building and shaping our structures, but
That's
no
great and all.
actual need of coin.
Okay, I'll think of another way to swindle. I mean, balance neutrality. Because if you had more coin than me, and I had less coin, the correct neutral thing would be for you to give me the excess coin that you have.
That would be correct.
So,
But since she has none,
and
we'll
I have none as well.
So we are in balance.
We are in balance. What about the rest of you?
We don't live
I
here.
left my coin back in the. So here is my question, and this question is for everyone here. The Lady of Pain sent these people to destroy us. How does our destruction bring the universe back to neutrality? Are we the outlier that needs to be neutralized?
Ooh,
Probably.
don't like that. You should have said that here.
Well,
None of that happened. We're not 100% sure that she sent all those people to come after us as criminals of time and space.
true.
Could have been
That
someone
is
else.
true. It could have been someone else who runs the entire police force of the city up top.
How's the reaction of our robot friend to all this information?
Make me an insight check.
Can do. I'm very bad at those.
She's out there
you have to
texting
say the
911.
May I borrow your
Insight.
phone?
16.
Just a deadpan expression of neutrality.
Doesn't
Robot
give a shit.
face.
I can appreciate it.
Well, I think the first place we should look for Rome would be whatever you consider the most significant point in your town. He's following the Modron March. Where do the Modrons go when they get here?
Into the Spire.
Then to the
And that's
spire.
where we need to go.
To the portal, please. Perhaps we shall locate it.
Why does
Which
that
portal?
frighten me a little bit?
Oh,
The
I'm
portal
sure
that
it's fine.
leads to.
You want to go to Sigil, or you want to go into the Spire?
Into the
The Spire.
Spire.
They're
the
two different
spire.
things.
Yeah.
The spire.
It didn't work
did
out
not
so well for
realize.
that god going into the spire. Do we really want to go into the spire?
We'll be
I
fine.
don't know
We're
if-
not gods.
I don't
He
think
was-
the god went
Speak
into
for
the
yourself.
spire.
It looks like the spire developed around this god. Maybe
I
not.
think
That bothers nobody.
Nah.
I'm a
The
little
god
bothered.
is dead.
It just
Weirder things
seems
have happened.
seems a little.
No!
It
Weirder
is
things have
neither-
not happened than eating a dead god.
I feel like weirder things have happened than that.
I don't
It
think so.
depends on your scale of your direction you're looking and the scale you're speaking of. Because in the Feywild, I am sure that odd things occur.
Pretty much constantly.
I would call this grand and inconceivable, but not weird. It's not weird. I've seen weirder things.
Wow, buddy. We have
This is
very,
the
very
answer
different.
to the question we have all been holding within. Where do the dead gods go?
Well, now
In
we
the
know.
Spire.
Into the
Apparently,
spire.
the Lady of Pain just absorbs them, seemingly.
And
So he leads you to, or she leads you to towards the Spire. and you see that there's an entrance that looks like a cave entrance that goes up inside this fissure. Give me survival checks as you are looking around.
As we get
Ooh,
closer to the spire, does locate creature ping?
I was about
Does
to
not.
ask.
Okay.
What are we doing? In survival. Okay. Oh, I'm good at that.
May I interest you in 8?
Yeah, interest you in a
interest you.
10.
In 18.
My new die is kicking in. I rolled a
23.
19. Ooh,
Whoa.
nice.
So as you guys are looking around, as you see this cave, Vora, you fall upon a distinct footprint in the dirt that looks like the Modron's footprints.
Guys. Look. That looks
Is it
like
just
a...
one set of footprints?
Just one.
So he rode on someone else's shoulders,
It's a...
like Jesus was carrying him. One set of footprints.
He was carrying Jesus. It's because it's his footprint.
It's his footprints. Yeah.
Right.
He's
They
Jesus.
seem to enter into the fissure in the rock.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Oh, why
Good
did I
spot,
see that?
Vora.
Excited for this.
Vora is gonna start
Vora, you
just
are
edging
the
herself
eagle eye.
slowly behind everybody. Like, she's not, like, trying to be the first one. She's really hesitant about this.
Who
A
do
soul
we
is-
have?
A soul is walking proudly forward.
I will follow.
A soul, you're our tank now?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So as you guys get inside the spire itself, you notice several things. First off, it's extremely dark in here. So unless you have the ability to see in the dark, you will need a light source. So let me know who has a light source.
Hold on.
I can see in the dark, but if people cannot, let me know.
We could put up some lights. It's not too
I
hard.
do not know if I can see in the dark at this point.
I cannot.
Kalen is going to just cast light. And he's going to put it on the back side of his glove.
As soul will also cast light on. Probably just his shield.
I'll hand a torch to Kaylin and to Gil.
Okay, so who just cast spells?
I did.
I did.
Roll me a D%, please.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 57.
43.
Nothing happens. Your light spell goes off normally. As you enter the cave, you also realize not only is it dark, but sound seems to be suppressed here. All perception checks made to hear anything are at disadvantage.
Well, this is rather odd, don't you think?
What? What?
Oh?
Heard, chef.
I pull out my ear cone.
Ear horn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
So as you are taking this path and following these footprints, it takes quite a long time to start to navigate these caverns. And as you are headed through, you see that you come into this one large cavern that looks like everything in here has coated in a layer of rust. Like the sand itself is rusted. And it's a large open cavern that you can't even see the ceiling of with your light sources as you come into it. While you're in here, following the path is a little more difficult, so I will need additional wisdom survival checks to see if you can continue to follow Rome's footsteps.
Am I
Guidance.
able to
20.
give someone else advantage instead of roll myself? Is that a possibility?
Not in this particular. This is a group check.
Okay,
So
okay.
7.
A soul got a 30.
Wow.
I got a 7.
But casting guidance is a spell, so would he need
Oh,
to?
fuck!
Yeah, make me a percentage check, please.
Guidance isn't
Oopsie.
just a D4, my friend.
You are fine.
Gonna
In
set up a
character,
fireball by
though,
casting.
in character, I don't know that I'm rolling a percentile die. I don't
Correct.
feel any different when I'm casting
Correct.
magic.
Nothing
Okay.
different.
Not yet.
So
that
until
is.
something happens,
Correct.
I'm gonna keep.
But with a 30, you're able to easily keep track of the passage of Rome. He did come through this large cavern and continues on. It takes you several hours as you are going through this area. So there's any spells that were longer term are gone.
Yep.
As far as that goes. But you start to see that the pathway does begin to lead up the spire. You are seeing over these hours, you see several points of interest. At one point in time, you pass what looks to be a giant three-eyed horse statue that's jutting out from the cavern wall. It is eroded and almost looks like the stone has been partially melted.
I'd like to ask what this is. Is this another dead god?
Perhaps, I can only assume.
Joy.
There was a three-eyed horse statue that we went through. The first gate we went through.
Correct.
This
Well-
probably has a portal at it.
Most of us went through.
Right.
Most of us remember.
I'm
going
not
through.
sure if I went through that or not. It's a little iffy.
As you're all walking, I need perception checks from all of you.
Is it based on sound?
It is not.
Okay.
Before we get there, I'm gonna cast guidance. Or actually, perception I wouldn't get to, right?
That
Unless
is
Perception, you would. Yeah, no, this is a.
Unless
this
I
is
just-
a-
Yeah,
25.
25 perception.
25 perception.
14.
2.
So both a soul and Kaelin at the same time see a pile of coins on the ground nearby, sitting on the ground.
Sorry, Jacob, saying well on the ground.
Pile of coins.
A soul's guttural instinct is to stop Kaelin from grabbing it.
Caleb is already one hand out, like, what we got here?
Okay, so you can easily stop his hand. That's fine.
I
With your
don't
trump.
think we should touch anything in here, actually.
Strong disagree. Can I at least take a? I won't touch them. I want to look around, see if maybe something could be going on.
Fair, but I assume this is probably just an offering.
Acetylus, can
To
we
me.
take this money?
An offering to you.
I don't know
17 investigation check.
I don't know whose money it is, the settler says. It doesn't mean anything to me. As you investigate the coins, I assume you're just looking them over, right?
Yes, I'm not touching. I'm getting
Okay.
as close as I can without touching.
So you see coins that are familiar to you, that are extremely familiar to you, and that are unfamiliar to you in this pile. So it looks like coins from all over the multiverse. But the ones that are extremely familiar to you might be some like trade coins from the circus,
Mm-hmm.
like tokens from the circus. But as you look closely at those, they are of a circus you've never heard of from the Feywild. With
I will
like
pull out-
a name of a leader of a circus band that you've never heard of.
I will pull out a single copper piece and set it vertically and flick it so it spins into the other coins.
Okay. They all interact like coins would interact. There's no physical change when you see any of them. And your your copper piece is now added to that pile.
Like, no, we can leave it.
A soul will also put a gold piece in.
So as you're looking at Soul 2, you see there's some coinage that you recognize. Since you're from Sigil, you've seen coins from everywhere. And these are all have some level of familiarity, but they are from all worlds, all over. But none of them, even the ones that are most recognizable to you, none of them have any iconography that you recognize as being like, you know how American coins have presidents on them? This would be as if our American coins had people none of us had ever heard of on them.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense? So these are coins from existing realms, but maybe not existing timelines or timelines we understand.
Yep, and I choose not to question it. I add my new coin in,
Okay.
and I walk away.
Are there any
I'm not that greedy, you guys.
coins with like an hourglass on them or anything like that, or anything cool in the pile?
There are several visually interesting coins for sure.
I'll just take a really interesting coin and then leave behind a little wooden coin.
Okay, that's fine. You do so. Not a problem.
You're gonna die.
Maybe. But it's worth taking the chance, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So as you continue to follow Rome's tracks, you come to a kind of a ledge that leads to what looks to be a narrow span of wiry metal that forms a makeshift bridge that goes over a cavern that you cannot see the bottom of.
This looks safe.
And it goes out into a black void beyond your light sources and your dark vision.
I have the
I feel-
perfect soldier for this job. If you all don't mind.
You could fly on
No.
your broom.
I mean, I could do that, but I have someone who could fly quieter. And I snap my fingers, and for the first time in a long time, you see a beautiful, big, large wingspan, resplendent blue, not little like songtail bird anymore, but now you see like a secretary bird that's just way off color and should not look like that, but it does anyway. And I say, Elpis, would you fly ahead for us, please?
Okay, so you give Elpis the command to fly across
Mm-hmm.
above or below the bridge.
Above the bridge, and once they return or once they see the other side, then return.
So they get out, they come back, and once they're within range to communicate with you, which I always forget that distance, they're able to communicate with you, and they communicate and let you know that it's about 200 feet across.
200 feet into the darkness, but there is another end.
Correct.
Do you
Could
feel
we? Can we trust this bridge? I ask our guide.
I've never been in the Spire. I'm from the city. I'm from Dendradis. This is all new to me.
I'm gonna poke the wire mesh. Yeah, I was gonna poke the wire mesh with my spear.
Okay. It definitely rings as if you've hit metal. It does jiggle a little bit, but it doesn't like. There's no. I mean, how hard are you hitting it?
I was just poking it to see if it like how flexible it was.
It's got a little bit of give to it, but it looks sturdy.
I would go first.
Sure.
Let me go first.
Fair. Because you are so gentle and light. Yes, of course.
I start walking on the bridge horizontally.
Okay.
On the bottom.
Like, no, I will just start walking across the bridge using my spider climb feature, but just to walk normally. I just want to.
Right. You
Really
just
be
use it.
attached.
You just gripped. Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
I'm also really fat and don't want to overload the bridge, so I would like to go first.
Sure.
Because if I can't make it,
Are you letting him get out of sight?
I'll float alongside him on the vroom, just not on the bridge. Keep an
Okay.
eye.
So you're flying over on your broom.
Mhm.
You are walking on the bridge. What's everybody else doing?
I'll follow behind.
Okay.
does it seem to give any like sign of too much tension from body weight?
It doesn't seem to. You do feel a slight movement to it, so it's not, perfectly stable, but it's not giving, it's not bending, it's not buckling underneath your weight. It's a more fragile bridge than you would or feel comfortable on, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to fall to my death, right?
It's walking across a chain link fence that's horizontal.
Correct. Correct.
Which I would be terrified to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vor is very, very hesitantly following.
I'll bring up the rear with
Yeah,
our
you
glitchers.
You have to, because
Okay.
if you don't, Vora would just stay where
Vor's
she is.
not coming.
Right. You
So
have to herd her across.
Who brought up the rear? Okay. All right. Then that is the target.
Aw.
Don't laugh.
I tried to take one for the team by going first. I really did.
And little did we know.
I would have been
Is it
last if you weren't so
like-
nice.
That's okay.
Ropers or something awful.
Oh God.
Just throw us into the abyss.
All right. So, falling out from the abyss above you into your light, you see a very small creature.
Sturgis.
Nope.
No.
That brings me to an interesting monk question. Can you catch a sturge and then
Oh.
stab it with its own nose?
It's a baby roper.
This
Ew.
thing comes flying down.
Don't like
Attempt-
that.
And let's see, this is to Calistrick, right?
Correct.
He is in the rear.
So, let's see.
Okay, let's.
Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. So, it flies right past you, right past your face, and it hits the bridge.
Okay. Yes.
And the
Yes.
bridge takes some damage.
Oh no.
Things
Um,
falling from above.
I
Is
feel
it
like
still alive and able to attack from this bridge area?
No, it is splattered and just dead.
So it dropped
completely
like a
dead.
stalactite to try to spear me in the head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, look above,
Uh,
friends.
A soul's gonna tell everyone to group up.
I knew this would come in handy one day. I raise my hands to the sky and form arcane sigils as a disc forms above the party.
Yes!
And I cast Tensor's floating disc.
Yes. Yes.
He cast
Finally,
a spell.
a use for that. Oh shit!
If you cast a spell, please roll me a D%.
And also, I think it only floats 3 feet off the ground, off of a surface.
well,
So you
what
better
if
read that
someone
and
is a
see if.
Oh, a 10, you say. Hold, please.
I've never. If that spell fails and something bad happens because I tried to make it useful once, I'm gonna flip my shit.
Yes, something bad's happening.
You should start flipping, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking fuck.
the one time.
You know it's bad when you trigger the percentile die roll. Bad thing to happen.
Listen, the bad
In a
part about
10-foot emanation around you.
Mm-hmm.
which you're flying on a magical broom, right?
Yeah.
No one can cast spells, take magic actions, or create other magical effects inside the aura, and those things can't target or otherwise affect anything inside it. Magical properties of magic items don't work inside the aura or on anything inside it. You begin to fall. Initiative, please, and see who wants to try to save your friend.
Holy shit.
Okay.
So your broom fails?
Oh my god!
17.
12.
Oh no! 15.
That's a 9er.
Holy
There can't have been a worse thing.
Holy
There can't have been a worse thing to have happened.
Palin, your friend's broom sputters and looks like it's about to drop his ass down this endless cavern. What would you like to do?
How far off the edge of the cavern is he?
He was right next to the bridge, I would assume,
I
because
was
he was
floating
talking
next
with
to
you
a
all.
soul.
Right.
So, not knowing what is
And
going on.
he gathered you all up to cast this spell.
Right. Not knowing what is going on, Kalen would attempt to cast Lightning Lore to throw the whip around him and pull him, but because no magical effects can be created, nothing happens.
Let me double check that.
What a perfectly horrible combination of things to happen.
Yeah. If magic can't affect you, it's just
It's up to the
Yeah.
two marshals to do literally anything about it. If
Yeah,
not,
so you
I'm gonna
begin
have
to
make a new guy.
cast, and nothing happens.
So Kalen awkwardly looks at his hands, looks over at Gil, and gives 2 thumbs up.
He
Take
holds
a
up
bardic
sign.
inspiration.
Hey, that's something. A soul.
Oh, how kind.
has he fallen at all, or is this
No, so this is that moment of reaction I'm giving you all. Like, we're in initiative for the purpose of picking the order of everybody's going to get an action before he literally falls. Right?
The abyss with me.
So,
I can't even use my portent dice because that's magic. I can't make one of you guys roll better if you try and catch me, which is a shame because I have a 19 in my pocket. So
Whose turn is it?
it's a soul?
it's the soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just.
A soul's gonna look at Calistric and say, "Boy, I hope you have something." Pull out a purple and pink scale and ready in action.
That's valuable, man. Let me die.
It's magic.
Oh yeah, it is magic,
That is-
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm readying my action for when you fall away.
Are no longer in range.
Weirdly, Gil looks disapproving.
Gil, you have an action to try to save yourself.
Well, I'm holding a broom.
Uh-huh.
And there's a bridge. Is it like a rope bridge with rope handles, or is it just?
Kind of. It's all made of weird wire and metal and whatnot. But yes, there's something to grab onto if
Well,
you would like.
He's gonna make it easier on himself and use leverage by swinging the broom through one of the rope connections and trying to grab the other end, so he catches himself on a hanger. Is what
Okay.
he's gonna try to do.
So give me an athletics check.
Oh, well, I can try. 4.
So you attempt to do that and you mishandle and do not grab the other side of your broom.
Then, at the very least, I throw the broom onto the bridge and I say, "Don't let the flame die out." And then I keep falling.
Okay, Vora.
So Vora's on the bridge. How close is she?
all
to
within
Gil.
10 feet of each other because you guys had gathered up to be underneath this tensor's disc that was attempted.
Okay. I'm going to spend a focus point, and I'm going to use Step of the Wind, and I'm going to jump over to try to grab him.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a athletics check to grab him.
Oh,
10. It's in
So-
the middle.
So your hand gets onto him, but you do not have control.
Okay.
His weight is still going. You have not been able to successfully hold him, but you are holding on to him. Does that
you've
make
touched
sense?
my shirt. and
So I'm
panties.
following with him, is what you're trying to say.
Or
That's
you're
up
gonna
to
let
you,
go.
or you're going to let go.
Release me. I have a plan.
You have a plan.
This flies in the face of everything that she is about, and
You can choose to hold on to him if you want. You don't have to let go.
she probably.
You just know that you have not saved him yet.
I would like to continue to hold on to him. And can I grab for the bridge myself with the other hand?
Yeah, I'm making the assumption you have that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that you have not saved his motion of, you have not rescued him, if that makes sense.
I'm holding him, but not. Okay. So we're in mid fall, so I've got him, but I haven't gotten to the point where he escapes my grasp.
He has not escaped your grasp. You do feel you are being tugged his direction instead of him being tugged yours.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Calistric.
Boy. I know what I want to do. I just don't want to do it. My hands and feet are sweating right now.
That's all.
Let me fall. I'll just come back with a new weirdo.
I am going to jump to the very edge, balance myself, stick out my quarterstaff, and try to bat him back up in the air so Vora can pull him in. So I'm going to undercut into his belly to hit him back up in the air. And if I hit, I can push.
So you're making an attack roll. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. So go ahead and make the attack roll against his armor class.
That's not going to be hard.
Why would you say that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a wizard and my mage armor's gone.
Why the fuck would you say that?
Listen, with...
Okay.
I don't
See,
know
it's
why I
fine.
rolled it. Well,
Either one.
First
whatever
one
it
was 28.
rolled. Okay. So 28 hits.
Yeah, roll damage.
Oh.
Because in order to do the
Ow.
push, you have to do the damage.
Right. So
Please give yourself 14 points of damage, Gil.
I jump to the edge, squat as low as I can, while at the same time smacking up with the quarterstaff to arrest his fall so that Vora can, without being pulled down, pull him back to the
Pull and
bridge.
roll.
All right, so
Bowling
with
for
the
wizards.
push feature,
I'm
Does
pushing him
that-
straight up.
does that, is there a save for that or is it automatic push when you
That's a
hit?
good question. It's always...
D&D shove action.
I always forget where that push comes from.
It's a weapon mastery.
Oh, okay.
I just know that some of those masteries require a save and some do not.
I think... Oh, no, it's from Tavern Brawler. It says when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike... Oh, shit, it's an unarmed strike.
Which is what,
Oh.
well, that's what you
Yeah.
rolled.
Oh, did I? Okay, then I kicked him
Ow.
up. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike as part of the attack action, you can deal damage and also push it 5 feet away from you. Can
You
up
just
be
shoved
away
me
from me?
farther away.
Technically, up is away.
In this case,
I don't know. Well, then I won't use that feature. I'm just hitting him to arrest his fall. Maybe Grappler has something like that. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can use both the damage and the grapple option. Can I pull him back in with my foot?
Yeah, you could. So you have him grappled.
All right. Here's what I did instead. I jump to the edge and I fling my body over the edge, hanging on with my hand, and grab him with my feet and reel him back in.
Okay. So
It
you
was
have
a
grappled
leg
him.
grab.
You have grappled him onto the bridge. It did do 14 points of damage, but you have arrested his fall from
Oh my gosh.
Very
into
good.
the abyss. And
Well
as
done.
this happens, you see this little creature that had hit the bridge,
Bridge? Mm-hmm.
shimmers and magically disappears.
oh, that's convenient.
Creatures falling from above. Do not cast magic. Run for your fucking lives.
Yep.
You guys race across the bridge and get across.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough.
How long does this no magic sphere last?
An
We don't
hour
know.
around
An
him.
hour.
Oh shit.
So
I'm
he
useless
walks
for
way
an
behind
hour.
us.
Gil can do nothing at all for an hour, except for hit people, maybe.
Literally nothing.
The anti-magic dome cast on the wizard is the cruelest creation of mankind.
Cal and I will flank you. We'll walk with you in the middle.
That's appreciated. I feel rather silly.
What kind of monk is Vora?
She is the
Oh, the
Way of Mercy.
Way of Mercy.
Yeah, the mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have that feature. Oh, because that's a grappler.
I have grappler.
All right. Oh, you do. So you could have done that too. You
Yeah.
could reach out and kick him and reel him back in.
Didn't think about kicking him to reel him in, but
You should have kicked him too.
I did kind of slow him down for you. We kind of did it. I did it like a gravity assist there.
You did.
So
Boom, boom.
A tag
So-
team.
As you are following the footprints and whatnot, you come upon a broad cave that is, the humidity has gotten more intense in this area. And you see that there's some thick mold growing on the walls, nothing like not creature mold that you have to worry about, but it's just a moist, moldy area.
Boris starts sneezing.
And in the cave, you see in the center of this cave, you see sprawled out a greasy, gray, wart-covered giant, staring hopelessly in the darkness above him. There are dozens of crudely carved amphibian figurines surrounding him, staring expectantly with bulbous eyes.
Wait a second. Say that again. The amphibious, are they carvings or are they people?
They are
Or
carvings.
creatures? Oh, carvings.
They are carvings of amphibian creature figurines
Okay.
that surround this greasy gray wart-covered giant who's sitting staring at the darkness.
And he is not a carving. He is a real thing. Okay.
Correct.
Are the things surrounding him actually carvings, or do they appear to be petrified?
You'd have to get closer to tell. I'm giving you this from the distance edge of your light sources.
Mm-hmm.
And our path leads right through him, right?
Correct.
Just gonna stay back here, I
Who
think.
had locate creature on?
I did, but it's been hours already.
Okay. I was like, if it was the wizard, it's gone now.
No, yeah, it's already gone anyway.
I can't do jack shit.
Bora's
You want me to
gonna
hit him with a stick?
be ridiculously optimistic and Giant father, old guy, one of our people, older
Our
people.
cousin.
Yes. I speak giant, so
So as you move, you're moving up to speak with them.
yes.
So as you approach and address him, he slowly turns from staring at the darkness of the ceiling and slowly looks at you, and you realize that he is probably some sort of mixture between um, a humanoid giant and a toad.
Oh,
So
excuse
he
me.
has toad-like features,
Wow.
and he looks at you and says, "Are you here to worship me?"
Vora's gonna panic and her eyes are gonna get big and she's gonna turn around and look at everybody like,
Nope. Sorry.
I'm looking at
Nope.
Cal now. Do it.
When you say no, he goes. He just kind of nods and goes back to staring up at the darkness on the ceiling.
Well,
Did they
now I'm
worship you?
sad.
Excuse me.
He doesn't answer.
Okay.
I think we should move on.
Let's go.
Isola's gonna do the thing where like he walks up and then like stands to the side. I'm gonna stand in between him and my party members as my party members walk around.
Okay.
I'm actually going to walk up right next to him and look up to see what he's staring at.
He seems to be looking at a patch of the cavern that's just in dark, like it's dark. It's
Beyond
just,
my light, yeah. What's
Mhm.
up there?
He does not answer you.
Shit. I was
If I
gonna
did
ask.
worship you, what kind of services would that entail?
Are you here to worship me? He turns and looks at you.
I'm more of into quid pro quo. What do I get out of it?
He he turns and looks back up at the ceiling and ignores you again.
And is there a way past in the cavern, just on the other side?
Yeah.
I'm
Acetylus, hold please. This creature is not neutral. Is there something you think we could do to neutralize his sense of intense loss?
Why do you say he's not neutral?
He feels he is missing something. I feel that he is missing something.
Did the Spire try to eat him too?
Doesn't appear that it has. I don't know what he's missing, unless one of you wants to become a worshiper. I don't know that we're going to find out much more.
Hey, Sol, do you know what this god's name is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's
gonna
walk past.
step up as we're walking past and just inch the anti-magic field over one of the statues to see if it changes anything.
Nothing changes on the statue, but that's a kudos for trying that.
Mhm.
Smart.
That's all you got these days. The opposite
Yeah,
of
you are a walking
power.
anti-magic field for the
That's
next
true.
hour.
Holy
No, I'm
shit!
a caster.
Oh my god!
I'm a kamikaze, bitch.
You can't do shit, neither can I.
Mhm.
You're gonna wear off exactly when you're in front of somebody, and they're just gonna finger of death you.
Oh god. Yeah, I think we just walked past this guy, and I think we notate it, and we ask questions later? Question mark?
Keep a mental note. Move on. Lots of dead
Like-
gods in here.
Yeah, I'm really worried actually.
Just don't think about it. Maybe it's some Kuatoa god or something. Just don't think about it.
Okay.
Okay, let's walk past.
You walk
Finger
past,
now?
not a problem. Eventually, your hour wears off. Your magic, like you're not anti-magic field, so basically, the magical light sources that your friends are carrying start to penetrate the 10 feet around you, so you're able to know that you're no longer under this effect.
My magical faculties have returned.
As you are headed up this pathway in this tunnel, still following the footprints. The tunnel, however, ends in a ledge overlooking a vast empty crevasse. No path clearly proceeds above or below. You hear a cloying, shrill voice. Looking for friends? And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh,
Yeah.
this place has a bunch of weird shit in it.
All right.
Does this place sound familiar?
It does not.
Oh. Okay.
We are going to take a quick break, use the restrooms, refill our drinks and whatnot. We will be back in about 10 minutes, folks.
Okay. Okay.
Urine.
Welcome
Stop-
back,
stop peeing.
everybody. We are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. We are back from our break. The heroes have made their way inside the spire underneath the city of Sigil, chasing the rogue Modron, and they do feel they are getting closer and closer to his location. However, they have come to an end of the road, as it were, to the trail. The cavern ends with this large, looming, open cavern. The path ends to a cliff face, and hearing from above them up the wall, they hear a voice say, "Looking for friends, huh?
Yes, looking for a Modron. Have you seen one?
Perhaps I can help." And you notice there is about 15 feet above you, there's like a crack in the wall. That's where this voice is coming out of, this crack in the wall.
Who am I speaking with, please?
I go by the name of the Scholar.
Oh, then that's probably pretty handy. I'm Kalen, and I would like to know if you've seen Rome, R04M. We're tracking him.
I don't know the name, but I do know that there was a Modron came by recently, and I have information. If you have any information you wish to share with me, perhaps we can exchange.
There's a problem with that.
Knowledge check on the scholar, the name.
What check would you like to make?
See if the scholar is relevant in any folklore, tales,
Yeah,
legends,
history.
anything like that.
Go ahead.
I will join you in that, Asol. That seems something very much up my alley.
Yep.
History, you said?
I got a 14.
You tell me what you're making.
I'll make a history check. I'm going to replace that with a 19 for a 28.
Ooh, it failed. Oh, no. We're out of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh.
But is it a magic action to do that?
Mm-mm. Or I'm not in the anti-magic field anymore. But it's
Right,
not like
but
Right.
is it a magic action?
Let me see. I think it probably is.
You're triggering it again.
Portent, glimpses of the future, press my awareness, you finish a long rest roll, blah, 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 blah. You can replace any d20, you must choose to do so.
It's not a magic action.
Doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be. So I guess I could have done it earlier when I was falling.
Okay. So you place it with a 28.
Mhm.
Back in your studies in your early days, you have heard of such a creature that went by the name of the Scholar. And this creature is a Bernoloth. He would look like this.
How fun.
They are typically large, fiendish creatures. And this particular one that you have heard of is obsessed with secrets.
In the stories I've heard of him, when he receives a secret and gives knowledge, is it generally a fair trade or is it a tricksy trade? Is it a deceitful bargain?
It is always a fair trade. However, the knowledge he passed out sometimes affect the person receiving it in negative ways.
I'll sort of
He knows secrets of the universe, which
Oh my
aren't
God.
always the best
to know.
to know.
Well,
You don't want to
there's
know.
a problem with sharing secrets. We all collectively lost our memories and have very little recollection of who we are or our past. We get glimpses here and there, but
I bet there are some juicy secrets you have in there then.
yeah, but there's no way for us to get them.
Oh, but maybe I could.
Ooh.
Can you restore my memory?
That's interesting.
I don't know. We could try.
I will
Okay.
say. Hold on.
Whoa.
I'll turn to my friend. Now listen, kid.
Sounds like a great idea.
I'll sort of put a hand on your shoulder and say, this is an entity that mostly speaks truth. I have read about it before. There is a chance he can tell us what we want to know. However, from all that have done it before, it usually comes at an unfortunate price to those who wish to learn what they've learned. Some things are best left unknown for a reason.
Gil, do you know how old people have that smell?
Yes, I do.
Like the elderly just have that kind of smell. I'm not saying you have it, but you know prestidigitation, right?
Ask him your damn question.
Come restore my memory, scholar.
So he steps out of this crag, and you see him in that form that I shared, and he clambers down the side of this cliff face with no problems whatsoever. He's clutching a hideous-looking book in one arm, and he crawls down and comes down to the landing and looks at you all. Yeah. Secrets.
How can I get my brain back?
You need to give him a secret.
I have a secret.
I need you to tell me a secret, and I will tell you a secret.
I can do it. Okay.
Yes, Vora.
But I don't want them to hear. Sometimes, when I tell Cal that I'm meditating, I'm not.
So you said that out loud to the whole group?
I whispered it.
Oh, you whispered. You went up to him and whispered.
Yes.
Well, as you get up to him and you whisper it, once you get like within whisper range, you realize he reeks of rot and death.
I whisper it
Like
fast
Gil.
and back up.
And he doesn't let you back up. You go to back up, and you feel his clawed hand around your shoulder. And he leans in and he whispers into your ear and says, "The whispered one is coming. But there's still time to prevent him from claiming the power over the spokes of the great wheel." And as soon as he steps away from you, you all see her eyes turn completely black, except for her pupils, which go stark white. And they kind of almost like bleed this black smoke out of her eyes.
Nope.
You have the eyes of the impossible. While you are under this effect, you have advantage on charisma persuasion checks made to interact with evil creatures.
When I see her this affected, I'm going to lunge at this thing, ready to fight, unless somebody wants to stop me.
I will definitely, grasp your arm, this is not a fight we want to pick.
Can you? I was writing
he
as
is
fast
hungry.
as I was writing as fast as I
I'm
could. The whispered one. Okay.
I'm gonna put all this together for you.
Okay.
So what the secret you learned was the whispered one is coming, but there's still time to prevent him from claiming power over the spoke of the great wheel. But you feel this presence in you from this knowledge that is emanating from the inside of you. So in addition to your ability to have advantage with persuasion checks over evil creatures, You have the ability to cast the spell Eye Bite as an action. You get to pick whether it's intelligence, wisdom, or charisma based, your choice. Once you cast the spell once a day, you cannot cast it until the next dawn.
Okay.
And I'll get this to you to put on your character sheet later.
Okay.
The
Are my
trade
eyes
is
still black?
fair.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gonna be that way. Congrats on your new eyes.
Do I look good? Do they look good?
It
Low
does
freaky.
Look
You
kind
look
of
awful.
badass.
Cool.
Are you hurt?
We
No.
we really need to be going.
Where? This is the end of the road.
Well, Scholar, we gave you your secrets. Now you tell us where Rome is.
You notice that he kind of chuckles a little bit and says, well, he is up there, but up there it is very, very hungry.
It.
It?
What is hungry?
The Lady of Pain?
Oh, no.
I
She
don't
has no,
laugh.
he says, she has no power here. To which you see the Rilmani kind of flinch.
And the cleric that is his deity's butthole pucker?
Do
What do you mean she
may-
has no power here?
May we know of which you speak? Or will that require another trade?
Are you offering a secret?
Are we all going to get strange-looking eyes?
I don't know how it's going to affect you.
I
All
will.
right.
I have been
Here.
there and I have done that.
I find Lorelei attractive, but I can't make a move on her because have you ever smelled wet fur? I can't have that all the time. And yeah, I've been embarrassed to say it, but I want to teach her to dance.
So as you say this creature just 1 second he's standing next to Vora, and the next he has you clutched, and he has you by the shoulder, and he's whispering in your ear. It's like instantaneous. He's there. And he says, the entirety of all of the multiverse is inside of a vast bag of holding. And your eyes do the same thing and they go black. And you have the same effects.
What's it called? The eyes of the fucked up?
Eyes of the impossible.
Ew. That's fairly disgusting.
Wait. That can't be true.
Can it not?
No, because if you put a bag of holding inside of another bag of holding, it causes an implosion into the astral sea. So, if the entire multiverse was one giant bag of holdings couldn't exist.
But what if you make a bag of holding in a bag of holding? Then you didn't put it in.
It would still implode. You can't have a pocket dimension inside of a pocket dimension. That's how it works.
Has anyone tried?
Yes,
Yes.
it makes a portal to the astral sea.
Well, what if
The
it's
astral
just
sea
too
is
big?
also
What
within
if we're
the.
all floating on the astral sea?
Then it's a logical impossibility. I don't accept your secret. I need a better one. I need to know where Rome is. You have swindled me, and I do not appreciate it.
I have done no such thing. I have traded secret for secret.
But you
Prove your
won't.
I
secret.
told you he is up there, but it is hungry up there.
Who
How do
is
we get
it?
there?
Or what is it? It could be some form of metaphor.
Or how do we get up there?
That's true.
You are
Haven't-
adventurers. You should be capable of getting up a cliff face.
That's true. To
I
be
wonder if
Where
I can climb
do
a
the
cliff.
footsteps go?
You see, they go right up they go right to the wall, and then it's rock, so you don't have any more.
Yeah.
time to fly.
Yeah.
Someone hold on to a soul. Someone hop on the broom, and we'll just.
How long is
start
this gonna
making
last?
I have no idea.
Your eyes are impossible.
They look stylish.
Hey, we match.
We
You do
do.
match. You technically do match.
I'm gonna choose charisma as my ability to cast eye bite.
Okay.
Because I have a 20 charisma.
What?
What?
Before I forget, Gil, you got walloped, so I'm gonna pull out my new staff and I'm gonna heal you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You get 13
That's
hit
almost
points
as
back.
much as I was walloped for.
Yeah.
I have one wallop point remaining. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, Soul, you do not need to fly, right? You can walk straight up the wall.
I can walk straight up the wall.
Vora, climb aboard. Here we go. Keep those eyes away from me.
Galen, would you like the broom, the elephant?
I could climb.
Suit yourself. I start flying up.
I click my heels together and activate my winged boots, and up we go.
Does everybody have ways to get up?
I'm
gonna
spider
climb.
climbing.
I think I'm with Cal.
You can attach a rope to me, Kalen, and climb the rope. As I get to the top, you can just
I have
climb up.
49 feet of rope.
I'm
Right.
gonna not take any chances, and because I've never had the chance to use it, I'm just gonna speak the commander word for the rope of entanglement I have, and just have it wrap around Kalen, and then I'll carry the other end of the rope.
But you
Okay.
have a tangle bag.
So everybody
So-
has a magical means to get up this face?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't want to take any
unless
chances
you
of Kalen falling.
absolutely want to climb, Kalen. Up to you.
Was
No,
there
I'm
any
good.
spells? Was there any spells cast in that process?
No, the
Just-
magic action was taken.
Yes.
No, you can take an action to make it. Yeah, no, never mind. We're good.
No one cast a spell.
Okay.
It's either magic items or innate abilities.
So who reaches the? There's a ledge up above. Who reaches it first? Just what's your marching order?
Not first.
I would like to be first.
All right.
My speed is 45, so I'll just hang on behind a soul.
Right behind him. Okay.
Sure.
And how is Fora getting up?
With me. I'm carrying her.
You're carrying her. Okay.
And I'm technically carrying Kalen.
Okay. So I'm going to place you guys on a map.
We get to
Something
fight
is
the
hungry.
scholar now?
Nope,
No,
the
you
hungry
guys are going up.
I know, but still.
No,
could've
the
followed.
person we're fighting is hungry.
Why is
Yummy
Calistrix
hungry.
token large?
Probably because I swelled up and it never went back. You probably made me a large size.
Yeah, let me fix it.
Yeah. Laura and I both may wind up doing that.
Okay. So I'm going to share this map with you real quick. while I do some describing. So you would be coming up the face. This is for top-down view, right? To a ledged area. There are these black webbed structures all above you as you're coming up the side of this. And suspended from one of them about 30 feet above that ledge is a smallish, wriggling, cocoony thing. As everybody rolls initiative, as the creature that's on the ledge jumps to start combat with whoever gets to the ledge first, which I believe is a soul. So we'll roll some initiative.
15 initiative.
9.
5.
Hold on.
And 11.
12.
Right, let's see.
Ooh, yikes. We did not do great.
Nearly invisible strands of black webbing fill the hollow space above the broad ledge in the chasm wall. At the heart of the web hangs an indistinct form of greasy shadows and spidery limbs. Its unsettling long limbs reach towards a number of bulbous cocoons in the web, at least one of which is still twitching.
No.
I see bones. Lots of bones.
No. Hell no.
So you all would be on the edge somewhere coming up.
Okay.
And if you were below anybody, we would just kind of indicate that you were below, right? So Vora was with Calistric.
Yes.
Hold on. Are you guys locked or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
tokens are locked.
Hold on. Now it does this weird thing where it lets me individually unlock you, which I kind of like. You should be unlocked now. If you're not, let me know.
Okay.
I am not.
Glowing yellow. I don't know why.
Because you're up, I think.
No.
Or am I just giving you permission for every move? That's annoying.
You're giving
Hold on.
permission for every move you need to unlock.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that.
Is at the top.
Oh, no, Vora, you are not up first. You are...
No, I'm
Oh,
there.
but his marker is on you. That's why.
Okay, so you
on
should
the,
be
on the
off.
combat tracker.
Hold on a
Yep.
second. You all rolled your initiatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This creature goes.
Did we see the creature?
I'm working on it.
God, I hope so.
This creature's going to go first. A soul, you would have come up first. So from here, you see, this is what the creature. Hold on. This is what the creature looks like. Is that shared to you all?
No, you gave us the stats.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
Look away. Cast your eyes aside.
Just close the window, damn it.
Yeah.
If I can't see it, it can't hurt me.
This thing is
Wow.
ugly.
That's crazy. Cool.
You. Ugh.
Yes, sir.
I like the inverted membrane. That's really cool.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
right here.
I don't like
So it's
spiders.
going to lash out with a web towards a soul. There's a 25 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. So as this web hits you, you feel this disgusting necrotic energy sap your life force, and it wraps around you. As that happens, it then pulls you directly towards it.
How long is that rope of entanglement?
How long is that rope?
Checking. I want to say it's 30 feet.
So it would pull Kalen like right up to the edge.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
And then it oh, after any of the attacks. Who else would have been up at the edge? Oh no, Kalen's now up at the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to send a tendril out to Kalen as well.
Does this count as a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack.
I would like to use a ranged or thrown weapon. Does it count as a weapon?
Hold on. Ranged
I
weapon
find-
attack. It's a shadow
I'm
weapon.
going to gloves of missile snaring.
Okay.
Finally, I thought you took those off.
Well, I hit you for 21.
Did I take them off? No. You hit me for 21. Yeah, you hit. I can reduce the damage, is all.
Okay, so here comes the necrotic damage. 24 points of necrotic damage.
I will reduce it by 10.
Okay, you can handle that yourself. You are also grappled, and it pulls you too. So it can do that. 2 shadow webs and 1 bite.
Seems nasty.
I have an outline already.
What?
I have an outline for where he needs to bite.
He's going to attempt to bite the least armored of the two of you, which would probably be Kalen.
Who's not wearing
Okay.
armor?
Yep.
Oops.
Does a 21 hit?
Sure does. I'm gonna shield that. Oh, I already used my reaction. I cannot
Wait.
shield that.
How much does it miss you by? Well, what's your AC?
18. It would have to
Shit,
be a minus 4.
I was gonna see if I could portent it to a 12 and make it miss.
Nope.
You
Ugh.
take
God.
a bunch
Ooh.
of piercing damage and necrotic damage as it bites into you.
The hell am I concentrating on?
Ouch.
Oh, that's long gone.
So it bites into you. Meanwhile, it also
It's gonna action surge.
in your head, Kalen, it says, "You're very tasty. I cannot wait to finish devouring all of your flesh." Kalen, it's your turn.
All right. I'm grappled, so I'm not going anywhere.
Uh-huh.
So
That's rough.
it's rough, buddy. I'm going to what is the material component for this? It's not, it's just verbal somatic. So Kalen leans back, looks at it in its many eyes and goes, I'm gonna squish you. And I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Killer on it.
Ooh.
8% first.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God.
Spellcasting
I
sucks.
swear to God.
29.
If you turn off magic right the fuck now, I swear to God.
Uh-oh, the DM's laughing a lot.
That is
Yeah.
the death of both of our characters if we can't cast magic right now.
You are fine with a 29.
Oh my God.
DC 18 Wisdom save.
He got a 21. Succeeds.
All right, let me see if he takes half. On a successful save, takes half damage.
What type of damage?
Psychic.
Okay.
So takes 13 psychic damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm also going to not cast because I can't. I would like to drink a potion of healing.
As a bonus action. Absolutely. You can do so.
Give myself 9 back.
Awesome.
That's it for me. I'm glad that the potions do not trigger it.
That'd be so fucked up.
Yeah.
As a
Don't you dare say legendary action.
Oh yeah, it's gonna have legendary and lair, I bet.
This thing
as a lair action,
God damn it.
as a lair action, the two of you that are grappled feel the presence of these webs that are wrapping around you. I need you both to make me wisdom saving throws.
23.
13.
Okay, let me target Kaylin. You are frightened until the end of your next turn.
One moment. I might have an ability, or I'm thinking of the new Kaelin.
That's fine. Take a look at that while we continue on.
Yeah, let me look.
Calistrick, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the new one.
Can I get to this creature? My movement is good, but is it like up in the... Oh, I got the flying shoes, so...
He's not up in the
Or-
air at all. He's
Okay.
he's on this ledge. He's
Okay.
pulled them back to the edge of the ledge, or to the rock wall there.
Got it.
So, what
Or
you're
do you want to
seeing-
come, or do you want to stay on the edge?
Oh, you're carrying me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. I carry Vora with me.
Okay.
Yep. As a bonus action, I use Invoke Duplicity, which allows an illusionary me to stand right beside me and distract a creature that I'm attacking.
That's an action, by the way.
It says bonus action on my thing. It's not a spell. It's a cleric
It might be
ability.
a new thing. It might have switched to a bonus action in the new edition.
Well, mine says bonus. As a trickster cleric.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
looking
I
at
play Win on Wednesdays. That's why I'm...
Yeah, check it out. But in here it says bonus.
Trickery Domain. Invoke Duplicity. As a bonus action.
Okay.
Why did my character say action?
You must have used the old
You
I
guys
must
had
have
the
grabbed the
legacy.
old one.
grab the old one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my bonus action goes off. I crack a knuckle or two and take a couple swings.
But go ahead and give yourself advantage, I guess. Is that what it does?
Yep.
Man, my Wednesday game would have been much different.
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
All right. I am going to do 15 damage to it, and I would like it to... I would like to do a stunning strike on it. So I'm going to use that power, or... I don't know if I hit use power or cast.
Cast.
Cast. So it has to make its saving throw, its con save.
Fails on a 12.
It fails. As it's stunned, I'm going to use...
So now
since
you
I
use
hit
that, now you hit that next button
the next
Give it the
button.
stun
Oh,
condition.
to
To
give
make
it the
it-
stun condition.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Since I have the grappler, that punch grappled it, and since I'm a giant, I can move. So I have just moved 5,
So you
10,
should put the grappled condition on him. Do you have that
20.
program to do, or do I need to do that?
Let me look. I don't think I do.
Okay, I will add it. He's stunned and grappled.
Wonder if I throw him over the edge, if hitting the ground is a good idea. Why not, right? But first, I'm going to punch the shit out of him again. And I still would have advantage. Hopefully this hits. 20
Definitely hits.
I do 12 more damage.
Okay.
I have a 45-foot movement. So far I've gone 5, 10, 15, 20, I think 20. I'm going
Well,
to drag him.
you were carrying her, so you were at half speed.
Oh, right. So my total would be 20 feet. So, yeah, I can't keep going. Bummer. Anyway, he is grappled and he is stunned.
Okay.
And since I used my bonus action, I am done.
All right,
That's my
Gil.
turn.
Does stunned give you advantage to hit?
Yes.
I think it does, yeah.
I'm going to do something fun then. Let's see. Let's hit this thing with a good old-fashioned 5th level
Smite?
scorching ray.
Percentile.
Percentile dice.
I'm sure, knowing my luck, everything will be just fine.
Are you on the ledge or falling off? Or right on the edge of
I will move
Oh, you're on the
5
broom.
feet forward.
There we go.
I swear to God.
35.
You are fine.
Okay.
Nice.
5th level scorching ray will sorry, let's say 4th level scorching ray, not 5th. I should save that. Will yield me. It's 3 initially plus 1 for every level, so that would be 5 bolts. Let's roll that, shall we? The first to hit, 17.
You don't have him. You don't have him targeted. Otherwise, you'd have had advantage.
That will hit, so just target him.
Let me figure out. It's control click.
Yep.
Am I doing
Yep.
it? Okay.
Yep.
So
I can't
one
wait
hits.
for Flora to kick the living shit out of this thing.
Why do I have? Did it just give me
Advantage.
advantage? Oh
He's
yeah.
stunned.
Okay, so 21 hits. There's a 14 hit.
That one will miss.
Okay. Somehow, miraculously, a natural
That one will
20.
crit.
You need to roll the damage for that now.
Oh, sorry.
Too late.
Never mind. No, it's not.
It's
Well,
going
so
to
you-
be difficult because
Right.
technically you should be rolling the damage after each one of them.
If I roll it now, if I click and drag, could I just add 2 more to this one? And it would account for the last one as well? If it doubles
No.
all dice?
No.
Okay. Then I'll just add 2 more to another one.
Yeah, you'll just roll 1 damage worth.
Yeah.
An extra time because there's no bonus.
Okay.
Right.
That was for the crit. Then this one was for the other crit combined. And
Yep.
then these next 2 are just going to be the individual hits. Okay.
That's some good damage.
Slam, 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 slam. These bolts go flying across and slam into this creature, fire going over and around your friend's shoulders as it slams into him.
Yikes.
Okay.
51 points of damage. Damn.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be my turn. I just
Hey,
sit back on my broom.
the stun condition is no joke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good for everybody.
We love monks.
All right. Anything else from Gil?
Mm-mm.
Assault.
Surprised there was no legendary resistance there.
There are none.
No
This
save.
thing feels a little. This thing feels a little small. That's my fear.
It's gonna be like a T-Rex bursts through the wall, eats it, and then we have to fight it.
No, the problem is this is a druid that's wild shaped, and we're about to get it out of wild shape.
I am going to cast a spell.
All right.
You're
59.
fine. You're fine.
All right. You see my tusk glow with this dark energy.
Oh no.
Gore attack.
Something like that.
Magnetic touch.
23.
That will hit.
Let's see if you can take necrotic damage. 10.
Nothing happens.
Ah,
I don't even
So-
heal.
Correct.
Eesh.
I wasted a 3rd level spell slot.
Yes, you did.
I got it. Nothing else.
All right. Vora.
Well, now we know that it doesn't take necrotic damage. I will not waste a focus point to do Hand of Harm. But I will.
Nice.
I can't do it, but I'm going to. Is he targeted? Yes. No.
You do not have him targeted.
I'm clicking. Clicking. Because I'm pushing the wrong control on the wrong computer.
There you
There we
go.
go. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to, as Cal said, beat the living shit out of him. I'm going to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, didn't mean to do that.
So you hit him twice.
Yeah, I did. I can do that.
Roll damage first before you do
Well, I
the
need to
next
know,
stuff.
did it hit?
They both hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it one at a time. First damage.
Smack 9 points.
Second damage.
And another 8. So that's 2 attacks.
Yep. That's it, right? I get 2 attacks.
Unless you want to do flurry, which
Yeah.
gives you 2 more.
I'll
You've
spend
used
a
it.
focus point
Okay.
and flurry of blows. How many do I get on that one?
2. 2 more
That's right.
attacks.
That's right. 28
That'll hit.
damage.
Yeah.
Ah, boo.
7 more.
One more.
This creature's looking terrible.
26.
Definitely hits.
Okay. Really?
Bummer.
It's all right. You still did a bunch of damage.
Okay.
So you go up and you pummel the crap out of this creature who is stunned.
I'm going to
And
be. I hate spiders.
Yeah, this is actually making you remember some things from your homeland. And you are remembering fighting creatures very similar to these in your past.
I'm just going to hate them right now. I'm too wrapped up in this to be aware of that.
So top of the round, is the new stunned any different than the old stunned, or is he still stunned until your turn?
Yeah, stunned until the end of my next turn. And since I'm a giant or whatever, because of Tavern Brawler, he's also prone. So that probably doesn't matter, but prone and stunned. Take him out, Kalen.
It didn't come up, but I did find what I was looking for the frightened condition,
Uh-huh.
which is the new Bard's counter charm. If anybody within 30 feet fails a save against frightened or charm, you can use a reaction to counter it. And
Hadn't you used your reaction to catch the...
No, my turn had gone. I was right after him.
Right.
So it didn't affect anything, but I found
Got
it what I was thinking of. I could have had advantage on a reroll.
Got it.
I knew
Right.
I had something, but I have like 400 little abilities on this character.
It is now your turn, and you're no longer frightened at the start of your turn, so...
Well, I'm going to go ahead and roll a
But
percentile
you are
die.
grappled.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a
Okay.
percentile die as I cast True Strike. 32.
You're fine.
Okay. Let's True Strike it up. I'm going to choose Radiant Damage.
Seems good. Ooh, yeah!
Ooh.
That's a crit.
Bring it.
18 points of Radiant Damage.
Yeah, you smacked the crap out of this thing.
I would like to give Asol Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And in doing so, I'm going to try and I'm going to twirl, and my hips aren't going to lie, and smack it in the face with my hip.
Nice.
Shakira.
25 to hit.
That will definitely hit. And
9
your hip check makes this creature fall unconscious, and finally its incessant chattering about eating your flesh in your head dies out as you have murdered this
So as I hip check it, I look him
hideous
down and go,
creature.
"Eat my ass."
You squished him, Kalen, like you promised.
A soul is going to walk up the wall to the wriggling cocoon.
So you go up and you can get to the cocoon, not a problem.
I'm gonna hold on to it as I cut it down. I'm not gonna drop it.
Okay. So you cut it down and it starts to wriggle even more, and eventually popping out of the cocoon is a Modron.
Oh.
Hit it quickly and hit it hard.
And he looks at you and he says, he looks around and he starts counting and he sees the glitching forms. And he says, 7. And he smiles. All 7. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. You got him!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So you have
Tie
made
him up
it
quickly.
You have made it. You have found Rome. And succeeded on this. Do you level up? That's a good question.
Nah, we're good right where we
I
are.
feel like we just leveled up.
Yeah, we did.
I know, we leveled up. Well, it feels like it's been a long time because it has, but in game it's been like
But in
what?
game,
Like 5 sessions.
maybe.
Hold on. It's very possible.
It's the classic.
No, you do not level up yet.
Yet implies it is soon.
So it does. All right, everybody, we are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. This has been a long time coming for them to actually catch up to this Rogue Modron, which they now have. So we will see what information this Modron has and what is in store after this on our next episode, which will be next Friday. So check us out. We'll be here next Friday. Also Monday, we've got our Zeros to Heroes campaign run by Jack. So that streams on Monday nights at 7 o'clock
Yeah,
on
it's
the
getting
same channel.
good.
And check that out as well. And we will be in touch. Make sure you hit us up on all of our social media. Interact with us. We'd love to get your feedback. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, still give us comments because we always check those out and try to reply back to everybody. So the more interactions we get, we're just trying to build a nice community with a bunch of gamers out here. So
yeah. And thank you, Scott. Great job tonight. Thanks, everybody.
That was a lot of fun.
We took some... We did a beatdown. That was great.
It was.
It felt good to actually just curb stomp someone in a fight.
Beat the shit out of
I
something.
think that was the first time we have done that this entire adventure.
Yep.
Where we just beat the shit out of someone.
Curb stomp, not me being with 10 hit points left.
Right.
Well, just remember, 1d% roll of 10 or less would have changed that entire fight. So, all right, everybody. Good night.
Night, y'all.
Night.
Good night, guys.